Hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Colleen. How was your holiday?
It's good. Thank you for the shirt. It looks.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's a beautiful gift. Did you get to catch up on any TV over the holiday?
You know what? Okay, so since Friday, pretty much from dawn till I would say dusk, but really it's like 11. I've just been watching TV. A lot of TV.
Yeah. Anything good? I've been really nervous about the show. So.
Well, have you watched Bridgerton?
No. I've been watching a lot of shows to get me ready for tonight. So I started with Cats, just the musical. Then I went to Aristocats. Then I went to Tiger King. And it was good. It prepared me. I got a lot of knowledge now of what I need for tonight.
Emily, it's 2021. I just need to remind you, the cats don't matter.
Hello. Welcome to Glitty Litter. I'm Emily.
And I'm Colleen, and this is Glitty Litter, the show where your shit shines and the cats don't matter.
Apparently, they don't. If this is your first time joining us tonight, Glitty Litter is a game show. We have 2 teams here with us tonight. They're going to be competing in 3 real games, 1 of accuracy, 1 of creativity, and 1 of passion.
We're also scoring the games. Longtime viewers know scoring is very important. Scores are given by Emily and I, the hosts. They're also given by you guys in the chat. I pointed to the right way. This is a big day for me. So anything you write in the chat, we're going to be looking and giving scores out based on that. And then also we're going to give scores from our very important, very prestigious guest judges.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of every show, we're going to enter something we like to call the glitter box. And here to tell us more about that is Caitlin.
What's up, Emily and Colleen? Oh, I gotta say, it is good to be back because if you recall last time, which was 2 Sundays ago, it was just, I wasn't even here.
You weren't.
I was usurped. The glitter box was usurped by one little teeny tiny Mr. Crenshaw. And Crenshaw was here and he you know what? He barged down my door when I was still sleeping 2 Sundays ago, and he was yelling something about Krampus made me do it, the devil made me do it, Satan, I gotta do this, and I'm glad I'm back is all I
How could you say no? How could you say no?
So I'm glad I'm back. I'm going to be back here, and I'm going to be in chat. This is me in chat, and this is, make sure you follow us if you don't already. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We do really fun stuff on there, and it gets fun and weird, and it gets glittery, and we love it. And so I'm going to be in chat, and then at the end of the show, me and not Crenshaw. It's not going to be Crenshaw. I made sure that we may never hear from Crenshaw's fine. Me, not Crenshaw, will be here to host the glitter box, and that's the final segment where everything is on the line. And here's the thing about the glitter box: it's different every time. So what happens tonight is never going to happen ever again, and it hasn't ever happened before. One time only experience tonight where all of the points are on the line, and I really can't wait for it.
That's true. Yeah, we've seen meatballs, we've seen soup, we've seen bowling.
Did you have a question, Colleen?
I was going to bring up Crenshaw's glitter box, but you know what? We shan't speak of him. He's passed.
We shan't. And you know what? I'm getting a call right now. I'm getting a call. It's so weird. It's Trash Middle School is calling me. I don't. Do you guys know Trash Middle School?
No.
No.
I better take this.
Do you have a kid that goes there?
I sure don't have a kid that goes there. I don't have a kid at all, unless you call being saddled with dealing with Crenshaw having a kid. But I definitely don't. I really gotta take this. Trash Middle School, huh? I'm gonna see. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
I'll see you later. I gotta.
Okay.
All right.
Hopefully that wasn't a serious call. Trash Middle School sounds like they probably got a lot to work on.
That's true. They seem like they have a lot. And so, as Colleen mentioned earlier, before we got into the glitter box, two of our games tonight are going to be judged by amazing, prestigious judges. So let's bring them out. Our first judge, you guys saw him at your family holidays. He bought you and your cousins all the nicest socks. The nicest socks. It's Grandpa Toast.
And new this week, he won 7 chocolate milks at school, but it made him puke in his babysitter Shelly's car. It's Benji, also known as Captain. What is this?
Hey, I'm Captain Earth. I'm gonna fight the bad guys.
Okay, Captain Earth. Got it.
Awesome. Well, thank you both. Captain Earth, quick question. Do you attend Trash Middle School?
No, I don't attend Trash Middle School. Don't say that to me. I go to school on Mars with the aliens. That's where we fight the bad guys.
Captain Earth, I'm excited to hear more about this. We're up a little late, I think, so I'm a little nervous. Question for you, Grandpa Toast. Did you celebrate any holidays?
Oh, yes. I celebrated all the holidays with all of my beautiful grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Amazing.
Are you guys wearing the socks I got you? Do you like them?
Thank you, Grandpa. I am. Mine have little ice cream cones on them, melting. It's real. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're amazing. Grandpa Toast, the chat wants to know, are those new glasses?
Oh,
Did you get them for the holidays?
oh, son of a gun. Yeah, I did. Your beautiful grandmother got me these.
Awesome.
That's good, Grandpa. Now you can do the Sudoku better.
Yeah.
Captain Earth, what are you going to be looking for from our contestants tonight?
I'm looking for them to do things like save the world and just like prove that they're really like strong and smart and cool.
Low bar, really manageable. And Captain Earth, do you have a sidekick? Loaf the Wonder Bread wants to know.
Oh, yeah, I just got him for Christmas. He doesn't have a name yet. Tell us in the comments what my sidekick's name should be, because you're gonna get to know him.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out, Captain Earth. We'll bring you back, and I'm sure we'll have a name for that sidekick. In the meantime, this wouldn't be a game show without contestants. So I think it's time to meet our teams.
That is true. Our first team tonight, coming all the way from Florida, we have Aaron and Gabe.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, guys. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
So how do you guys know each other?
We're dating.
Okay.
What?
Is it a quarantine new relationship the viewers at home have to know?
It is not. We've been around the block. We've been together for a little over 11 years.
Oh. Okay. All right. Do you think that's going to help you tonight?
It's going to be embarrassing if it doesn't.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to help us. I think Captain Earth can respect nice, long relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that caters to the goodness of humanity. So
True.
I think we're off to a good start.
Awesome. I love that.
Thank you, Team 1. And Team 2 is 2 wonderful players named Emily and Aiden. Woo!
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Of course. So first of all, where are you two joining us from?
Emily.
I'm in Somerville.
Emily in Somerville.
And I'm in Florida temporarily. I come back to Boston in 2 days, so don't you worry.
Got it. Perfect. You're still eligible. Viewers out there, anyone's eligible to play Glitty Litter. And how do you two know each other?
Well, it's weird because maybe you take it.
Well, it's not a competition, but Emily and I have been dating for 12 years, so.
It's weird. It's weird.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So it'll be really embarrassing if we lose.
Right.
As the perfect couple.
Right. A couple dating just a bit longer than every other couple.
Yes.
Right. It constantly changes. It just depends on who we're talking to.
Just a little longer. Thank you, Team 2. Emily, why don't you tell us a little bit about what these teams are about to do?
Yeah, so our first get to know you game tonight is called the Zoomly-Wed game. So for this game tonight, classic get to know you game based off the newlywed game. Our 4 contestants are going to be answering a series of questions about one another. So this is really going to test our 2 couples here tonight and see which couple knows each other better. So we're going to ask a question for each team. They're going to write down their answer, and then we're going to reveal. And we're going to see, this game is not going to be scored. We don't think. We'll see if you really impress us or impress the chat. So, all right. So let's get started. Colleen, do you want to ask the first question?
Perfect. Yes. So Team 1, get your papers and pens ready. If Erin could be any kind of instrument, what would she be?
Colleen, what would you be, Colleen?
Well, I did play the flute in 5th grade.
Same.
No.
And then I quit promptly.
Same things, yeah. But I remember thinking it was cool.
Yeah, same.
Erin and Gabe, are you ready?
Do I reveal first?
We could we'll reveal at the same time.
Yeah, hold them up. We won't be able to necessarily read them. So, okay, we've got a tambourine and a, Gabe, what is that?
Oh, Gabe.
Keyboard.
A keyboard.
Not even a piano, specifically a keyboard. He thinks you would be, because you're portable, I assume.
So, Erin, why don't you tell? So, well, actually, let's start with Gabe. Gabe, why keyboard?
Well, I was going to write keyboard in parentheses piano, encompassing both instruments. But if I'm simply limited to a keyboard, I don't know. She's shown interest in a keyboard. That doesn't necessarily entitle you to wanting to be one or be.
Yeah, but I almost put keyboard. I knew you would.
Yeah.
It's not what I want to play. It's what I want to be.
Well, you might want to be a keyboard too. You play all kinds of tunes, beautiful melodies.
Okay, Erin, and you put a tambourine. What is a tambourine like?
You know, it's just like, it's something that just likes to shake, and like anybody can play it. It's so user friendly. It just adds a little zest to every band. I thought it was an obvious choice, personally.
I'm thinking of like private karaoke rooms. You see a tambourine.
I figured a tambourine would be offensive, honestly.
Well, okay. We also, I have a second question now, and that is for Team 2, which is Team 2, papers and pens ready. What kind of candy would Aiden want to be in a piñata? Remember, in a piñata. Emily, what's the best piñata you've seen?
Oh gosh, the best piñata I've seen. I personally really like the ones where you just pull the string, which is the boring way to play. But I hope everyone gets a chance.
When I was a kid, we just filled lunch bags, and then we'd hit them like brown paper lunch bags, and we'd hit them with a stick. I don't know why.
Would you hang them, or would you?
Yeah, it was just something to beat with a stick, I guess. All right, Emily and Aiden, are you ready to reveal your answers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see them. Okay, we've got Dum Dums, and Aiden, we've got sour candy.
Oh,
Kids.
I thought about that.
I mean, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's definitely a highbrow piñata candy.
It really is. It's also a statement about my intellect.
Yeah, Emily, explain Dum Dums.
So Dum Dums are like a brand of pinata candy that you would expect to find in a pinata. So then I know Aiden would not be an off-brand candy. Like that's just clear. Look at this man.
And you put Sour Patch
Clearly.
Kids. Yeah.
Clearly not an off-brand candy. So I was like trying to come with a brand that I knew of that was like not bad pinata candy and Dum Dums, like they last a long time. They're like great, reliable. They're everywhere. I don't know. I pivoted my answer. No.
Never had a Dum Dum I didn't like. So
Exactly. And then there's the mystery flavor. Like you never, I don't know. Keeps you guessing.
All right, we're gonna go back to Team 1. So Team 1, what word best describes Gabe's driving? What word best describes Gabe's driving? Just one word.
I would ask Emily if you think of yourself as a good driver, but
I actually do, but I feel like I use that classic New England term of defensive, which just means that I'm kind of an asshole.
yeah. I grew up driving in Michigan. It's been a real culture shift. To say the least.
Yep. All right, Aaron and Gabe, are you guys ready? Go ahead. Safe.
Oh!
Oh, you guys really? We had a question in the chat if you guys were really dating.
Yeah, now they know, chat. That's for you, TMB Studios. Been driving together for 11 years, baby.
What can you say about a safe driver? You're keeping us all alive. That's a beautiful thing.
Safety.
Yes, very, very safe. Very safe.
Emily, question for Team 2. Whoops. Emily may have frozen. Oh, Emily is back.
I froze. I apologize. I'm back. I loved it. That's great. Am I back?
You are back. Question for Team 2.
Yeah, so my question for Team 2. Sorry, you want me to go?
Yeah, go.
What emoji best describes Emily? So you can draw it. Feel free to do some artwork.
What?
You can
Draw it, or just describe. You could just write it, describe it.
Can I look at my emoji?
You can pull them up.
I'm going to draw it.
I'm gonna draw it.
We've got about 8 to 9 seconds.
Oh no!
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the meantime, Emily Dahl, I've been seeing a lot more of the like cartwheel emoji to represent someone who is just fucking up.
Really?
Yeah, like they're just like feet in the air.
I love that. I need to use it more. Yep.
If we don't get this graded, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
Okay. Are you guys both? You guys are good?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Reveal.
No.
Well, it's not. Okay. All right.
I
know what you're
drive,
thinking.
man, with a mustache that quickly.
Okay. So Apple updated their emojis and now they have a bride for a man. And I'm making it my emoji for 2021. And I thought, Emily, I thought you were too.
Well, I wanted to make it my emoji, but I figured if we had separate emojis, then we can keep our own identities by being one. You know, after 12 years, you know.
That sounds like a couple that's been together 12 years.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys did amazing. We know so much about you now. Your emojis, well, some of your emojis, your driving habits. It's time to go into the first game. Your first game will be something called Character Frenzy. Character Frenzy is going to have our teams getting into character and guessing what your partner is trying to be. So to play, one person on each team is going to blindfold themselves. The other person is going to see a series of characters, some straightforward, others a little weird. And without using the words you see on the screen, you're going to become the character and try to get your blindfolded teammate to guess what you are. We're going to take turns going between you guys back and forth. Each person will do a slide. When you get the answer right, we'll move on to the next team. If you take too long to come to the right answer, we're just going to jump in, cut you off, and move to the next slide. How much time do you get? We don't know. It's just going to be random, arbitrary. So I hope that's helpful. As an accuracy game, each correct answer will earn you 1 point. However, if viewers like what you're doing or think some of your guesses are really on point, let us know in the chat, and then we're going to give out some bonus points based on that.
So before the game, we decided that Emily and Gabe are going to be blindfolded. So if you guys want to put your blindfolds on now and give us a little thumbs up when you cannot see anything. Beautiful.
We'll just have a full-on blanket.
Full on.
It's a sweatshirt.
Okay, got it. That's an anti-cheating precaution. We know he's not peeking.
All right, Emily can't see anything. Gabe is still trying.
Yeah, pending.
You good? Okay. All right, now that they can't see anything, team 1, so Aaron, you're going to go first. We will get started.
I have to pretend I'm pretending to be this, right?
Exactly.
Hey, Linda. I saw a man come over to your house the other day, and he was cute, and he wasn't just, delivering a package. I definitely noticed that he was there for 47 minutes, and that is longer than, just swinging by. I also noticed that your flowers have grown.
Nosy woman.
But I'm also right next door.
Nosy next door neighbor.
Correct. Now team 2.
Good job, hon.
Nice.
So basically, just be myself. But I want that candy. I want that one.
Like a whiny toddler?
Oh, I'm not quite whiny. I want more candy.
Angry baby.
I'm gonna give that to you. I think that's close enough. Back to team 1.
So I went on The Bachelorette. The Bachelor, and I was, I guess, there for the right reasons, but honestly, I didn't really care about falling in love. I was just
Instagram influencer.
Oh, what was that?
Instagram influencer.
We gotta give you that. Team 2.
Good job.
Okay, let me just be every single person in Boston and say I really prefer Night Shift. I think is probably my favorite. Although I think Wits End is actually, I don't know, they have a quite little, just different in floppiness.
An annoying hipster IPA bro?
No, not quite. It's just, I prefer, just darker beer, or darker shit.
Beer snob?
Yeah.
Correct, team 1.
Oh my gosh, I just got this new kit, and there's a bunny that was included in this black hat, and I'm so excited to just do all these tricks, and I want to show it off to everybody that I know. I might do a Zoom show later this season.
Sighted magician.
Whoa, team 2.
Okay, so all right, so I'm going to war, but I'm in the front or the back. Where's my gun?
Are you a ditzy soldier?
A what?
Like a ditzy soldier?
Oh, we're gonna give it to you, team 1.
This is gonna be kind of weird, but I'm gonna just approach your neck right now and just it may come across as like a kiss, but it's gonna sting a little. It's a little weird, I know. This is uncomfortable.
So a nervous kisser, a nervous hickey giver.
But I'm actually really thirsty, and the only thing I want.
You're a vampire. You're like an anti-vampire, a nervous vampire.
We're gonna give that to you, team 2.
I want more of that. Okay. So I heard from the next cubicle that Bob eats 3 foot-long Subway sandwiches every lunch. And that was just in the grapevine, you know. Sorry, I got to take this call. Hi, this is Thunder Muffin. I don't know.
The office gossip?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just forward. This is for the boss. Yeah. I'm sorry. He's in a meeting, so. You know.
The office, like, know-it-all?
Oh, let me just check you in. I'll just check you in. I'm working at the front desk because that's what people do. Check you in.
Secretary.
We're gonna give it to you. Back to team 1.
I'm shocked I can even make it around this store. It's just so big and there's so many aisles, but everything is such a good deal. And they give you a little smiley face sticker. So it's as if I can just take anything I want.
Overwhelmed or shopper. You're an overwhelmed shopper. You're a deal
Well,
monger.
I'm just going to use my walker and I have this big old bag, you know, so I can give things to the grandkids, but I'm going to actually need to take them first, you know? I got to grab the little toys.
A grandma shopper.
Yeah, they're really cheap at this store, and I'm just gonna, you know, take them because the kids will want them.
Grandma deal finder.
We're gonna cut time and go to team 2.
Sorry, I froze. Okay. Can I have your booty? I want you to consent before I do our
A considerate pirate? A consenting pirate?
Very correct. Back to team 1.
Oh. The older I get, the larger they get. And I just I don't know what to do. I just keep getting older and they keep getting bigger and I just stomp around and I just before you know, I'm gonna hit menopause, and I just don't know what I'm doing with my life, and nothing fits. I just don't want to wear high heels because they're just
Anti-aging woman.
What?
So, menopausal mom.
Mom. This part of my body I just cannot handle. It just keeps growing.
Pregnant mom. Aging pregnant mom.
All right, we're gonna go to team 2.
Hey, this probably just explains itself. Honestly, I wouldn't swipe for me. You don't really swipe on this platform, but you know, I call myself the biggest catch you'll get. Let me just say that. Good Delta Chi.
Is it a fish bro on a dating app?
That's exactly that. Team 1. Oh, that's the game, you guys. I don't think we've seen such specific acting and guessing in our lifetime of showing this game.
By far the best, the most accurate we've been. Accuracy, team 1, you got 4 correct, which was great. Team 2, you got 6 correct.
Oh,
yeah.
Even better. But as you know, Colleen and I can give out our own points, and the chat is going to help you out. So team 1, I really loved when Aaron, as a vampire, said, "I'm going to approach the neck." I'm going to approach the neck now. That made me laugh a lot. So I'm going to give 3 points for that. I also am going to give 3 points for just simply, Gabe, what do you think gets larger during menopause? I need to know. Were you thinking breast? The answer was Bigfoot.
Yeah,
she was Bigfoot.
Having a midlife.
Apparently, Aaron thinks that Bigfoot's feet just get larger throughout Bigfoot.
Well, having a midlife crisis. I don't know,
And then from the chat for team 1, T-Star 0227 said of Gabe's blindfold, it's the N95 of blindfolds. So Gabe, you get 2 points for your blindfold.
Oh yeah.
And then a coy little vampy from Banak 1 for Aaron, which I agree, it was a coy little vampy. So you get another 2 points for that. And then team 2, the fish bro situation at the end was literally gold. I loved it so much. It was so amazing. I personally am going to give 4 points for that because it just made me happy. It's a Memia. Said, as a New Yorker, I love the Boston burn about beer snobs. So you're going to get another 3 points for that. And then LKB said, this man has never been a receptionist. Which is true because you thought the office gossip was about someone eating a foot-long Subway sandwich. Oh, look, and then T-Star said, I could watch Aiden do characters all day. He is the dum-dum we've always deserved. That is a 5 point thing. Colleen, do you have any additional little tidbits there?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, my brain was sort of just a hundo p in the moment. I thought the guessing on both sides was excellent. I did think we did serve up a tough one for you, Aaron. Gabe, if you were trying to guess that grandma one, it was grandma in Walmart stealing small items. Pretty specific. Did your best. And so that was a little bit of a curveball, so I'm going to give you guys 2 points for that. Aiden and Emily, I feel like you guys were very simpatico, obviously dating 12 years. And for your like very quick serve and receive, I'm going to give you guys also 2 points. I'm also going to remind everyone that this is both a family show and a show where earlier I said fuck. So both those things are true. And Emily, I think that's all my points.
All right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Our next game that we're going to play is our creativity game called Wrong Answers Only. Awesome. So in this creativity game, things are not always what they seem. We're going to be showing our teams a series of pictures, and they're going to tell us what they see on the screen. However, they're not going to give us the correct answer of what they see. They're going to give us an incorrect answer. So for example, if we show them a big picture of a tree, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's my grandma after her 3rd divorce at Barbie's. And that's what they're going to say. So feel free, teams, to chit-chat a little bit before you come up with your real answer. And then we're just going to get started. Colleen, do we want to chat with Grandpa Toast first?
Yeah, let's quick bring out your judge so you can get to see what's on his mind. Grandpa Toast. Okay, Grandpa Toast. Oh, yes. Hi, Grandpa. Do you have any advice for the contestants?
Just call your grandfather every now and then. It's so easy to call. And I'll always pick up for you. I love you all so much.
Are you all of our collective grandpa?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Aiden, we're going to have to talk about this and what it means for our relationship after the show.
Our very real relationship that's going steady.
It's very real. It's been going on a long time. Go ahead, Colleen.
Oh, no, go, Emily.
So just a reminder, this is our creativity game. So we really just want you guys to think as outside of the box as you can, get as creative as you can. Feel free to give some backstory to whatever you talk about, or just like Grandpa Toast did, just give us a one-word answer. That is fine as well. So do we want to get started? Do we actually want Team 2 to start this time?
Sure.
That's fair.
Cool. Yeah, so let's go to the first slide.
Oh, this is embarrassing. This is us from our honeymoon. We actually went to Bora Bora. I don't know how you guys got this photo of the two of us.
Right, but Bora Bora was such a roller coaster, and this is when we actually were on a roller coaster, and in fact, the only roller coaster in Bora Bora. It was it was without gravity in this picture.
Yeah, you can actually see the straps behind us that are that was like, the regulations are a little different there. But so you just like strap in by the arms, and then you have your partner hold you on the roller coaster.
Yeah, but Emily, let's not forget that I was not the one holding you in this picture. This was that homeless man outside the roller coaster who volunteered because I needed to take the picture.
Yeah, you're right.
Beautiful. Beautiful, team 2. All right, team 1.
Babe. Is that our office?
Yep.
It looks a little dark without the light on, but it looks like our office.
Our office where we've been spending all of our days together working during this excellent, not so excellent COVID shutdown.
Right next to each other. We like to spend all day sitting at our dumpsters, working next to each other all day. And Gabe always throws things on my desk. It's like a cute little flirty game we play.
And I throw the creepy dolls at your desk sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I love it when you do that, babe.
Yeah, you toss them back. We wrestle with them.
So dark and also disturbing. Thank you, team 1. Team 2.
Oh, yes. Yes. This is what happens when you open a can of beans. Yep. The beans don't want to be opened from the can, right? And naturally they react. Emily?
Yeah. So actually, as you can see, you've got all of the different can openers in the background. So you go through and you're opening cans of beans, and when you get this kind of reaction, this actually means the beans are fermented long enough. And the beans actually have to get to this point where if you're not making a face like this, then you did it wrong.
Right.
That's
what we're looking at
from professional chefs as well.
Right. What we're looking at right now is Mother Bean being opened from her can.
Yeah. And Mother Bean just yells like, "Yeah, I'm ready."
Yeah.
Thank you, team 2. Team 1.
Uncle Eddie and Cousin Victoria.
Yep, they're always playing games together. This is I think this is after their classic hide and seek game that they play.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they just found each other, and you hug them from behind when you find each other from hide and seek.
Well, you can't hide each other from up front because Uncle Eddie always carries knives around.
Well, you know why Uncle Eddie carries knives, by the way, right?
Yeah. Tell him that story, babe. Tell him that story.
Oh, okay. Uncle Eddie uses knives. Well, they're actually pencils that he sketches. He's a sketch artist, and he likes to make little ice shavings. And you might have just finished one of his best ice sculptings there. I'm not sure. They like to play hide and seek when they sculpt ice.
Famously, Eddie and cousin, what was it?
Victoria.
Famously, Eddie and Victoria. So typically them. Team 2.
Oh, this is a really funny picture. This was me in middle school. It was my 6th grade yearbook photo. My mom really wanted me to get dressed up. I look a little different. I kind of glue up, I guess some would say. But I was embarrassed at the time because I just my eyes being blue at the time. I was like, I don't know. That's my eyes are very blue in this picture. And blue eyes are notoriously disgusting. So
from what I remember, thank God that we're only seeing the top half, because from what I remember, the bottom half, you were completely nude in your middle school picture, right?
Yes. And that was the first time I got detention. It was a weird day.
Thank you, team 2. Team 1.
That little guy.
Yeah, it's the feeling after you've just had a tough day, but you come home to your loved one and with open arms. This is what I give her every single day, guys. It's it's sometimes hard work, but as long as you got a mushroom on your head and you dress up a little and you're willing to mess around, she gets through it. Don't you, hon?
Yeah, I love it when he walks in the door like that. So I loved it so much that I found this place on Etsy to draw this image of him so that I could, blow it up and actually put it, in our bathroom. We have a copy in our room, in the kitchen, so that I could look at it all the time when he's gone.
Chat. Bear with me, chat. Believe it or not, after 11 years, you got to spice up the sex life, and sometimes you cosplay here.
That's
chat knows what I'm talking about. 11 years, got to spice it up.
it's a precious moment. Very, very sensual, very erotic. Team 2.
Oh, speaking of sensual and erotic, this is what happens when this is what happens when you make sweet love to the one you love. This is what comes out of 9 months in the making, and this is what you get no matter what.
Always with the one tooth.
I think that's a song lyric, like when you make sweet love, one tooth. Team 1.
Oh, this is kind of a taboo subject in this household because we had a pet.
We did.
And her name was Furbuncha. And Gabe accidentally sat on her.
I did. She would come in bed at night, and oh my god, I just can't believe you guys found a photo of her. She was so cute, love her life, always such a bright light. But she would come in bed, and God, when you have such a tiny little thing in bed, sometimes you roll over.
Just
it happens.
Crushed her.
Oh, it breaks me up.
That's so sad. I
really
can't believe that happened to your pet. Team 2.
I think that was it.
That's everything. Amazing, you guys.
Just like put it away. We can't look at it.
Bring it away. So we're gonna check in with Emily to go over a little bit of chat scoring.
Yeah. So chat was loving it. I was loving it. It was great. Team 2, some stuff from the chat. T-Star said, sign of a great relationship, matching dumpsters, ? Oh, wait, sorry, Team 1. That was Team 1. Matching dumpsters, agreed. Who doesn't love a dumpster for you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend? So 5 points for that. I can only hope. Oh, that's Team 2 as well. Oh, Team 1. Does Eddie's Ice Sculpting have an Instagram account I can follow?
Of course he does. It's at Eddie Ice.
Eddie Ice.
But Ice has 2 I's, 2 C's, and 2 E's.
Oh, okay. Amazing. So I'll give you 3 points for that. I loved Gabe's really, you're trying to pump up the chat. And I appreciate that effort. Chat, you're with me here, right, chat? So you know what? 5 points. You get 5 points for that.
Oh yeah.
Team 2. The chat said, I can only hope my 12-year relationship ends with 12 McDonald's burgers. And me too. I also can only hope that. Yeah, and 1 tooth. So +3 and then another 4 because Aiden said, this is what happens after 9 months, no matter what. So, no matter what, after 9 months, you just get a big plate of cheeseburgers. There's no babies, it's just cheeseburgers. So another, I don't know what I said, another 4 points, sure. And then Emily, you saying that you were Harry Potter, that was your middle school picture. I just think because your glasses, it just made me laugh so hard. It just was so, I could see it, and it was amazing. And so another 2 points. Colleen, do you have additional?
I'm going to throw out 3 points to Gabe for the visual of spending all night sleeping with a Furby in the bed. That's truly horrifying. Can't think of anything worse. And Emily, I'm going to give you 3 points for the past tense of glow up, which I heard, which was a glue up. I really liked that. And I didn't miss it. So I think that's everything. And then we want to bring out, Emily, is it time to bring out Grandpa Toast to get a little feedback?
Let's see what he thought.
Grandpa Toast.
Hi, Grandpa.
Hi.
Grandpa.
Hello, my beautiful grandchildren. It's so good to see you.
What did you think, Grandpa? Did they do well?
I am so proud of all of you. I love you so much. That was so wonderful.
Mm-hmm. I think last episode we had you do 1 out of 50. This episode we're gonna do 1 out of 75. So for team 1, Aaron and Gabe, what would you give them out of 75 points?
Well, you know what? I love them so much. I'm gonna give them $100. Let's put it all in one place, okay?
Okay. Perfect.
What about team 2? What about Emily and Aiden?
I love you guys so much. I'm gonna give you $100.
Yeah.
That feels true to your spirit, Grandpa.
Grandpa, are you gonna send it in coins again?
You love coins.
I do love coins, but it's a shortage, Grandpa. You got to get rid of them.
Oh no.
Grandpa Toast, truly always a treasure. I'm sorry we don't call more. Thank you for the socks. At this point, we're going to go to Emily for a score total. We're going to check on those score totals. So why don't you tell us, what do we have?
Yeah, so scores are real close. Team 1, you have 127 points, which includes your $100 that you just got. So really 27 points and $100. Team 2, you have 132 points, therefore 32 points and $100. So we're really close. We are 5-point difference. As you know, it's anybody's game. So Colleen, do you want to announce the next game?
Yes, we have our final game, our final skill game. It is Passion Prov.
Power Prov.
Power Prov.
Yeah! Yeah!
Perfectly, I got it perfectly correct. So this is our own personalized TED Talk. Power Prov is a game where the 2 teams are going to be presenting 6 slide PowerPoints. You will not have seen those 6 slides before. Each slide contains only pictures, some directly linked to the topic and some very, very far off. Teams must think on the spot to find a way to justify the pictures on the screen, adding as much or as little detail as you see fit. Present it like your Glitty Litter life depends on it. We will welcome you presenting as yourself, or if you want to go in character, you can go in character. We just want to see the passion. We want you to go for when you want to go to the next slide, just say next slide.
Awesome. And as Colleen just mentioned, this is a passion game. So that's really what we want to see. Benji, our Captain Earth, is going to be judging you after this 1 out of 75 based on your passion. Chat, as always, if you like what you see, just let us know. We'll give out some extra points. So let's bring out Benji really quick just to see what he is thinking. Captain Earth.
Captain Earth, can you tell us a little bit about what passion looks like to you?
You're muted, Captain Earth.
Oh my gosh. That was so embarrassing.
It's okay, Benji. It's okay.
My parents told me passion is like when 2 people love each other very much. So I don't know if that applies, but like love wins, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is absolutely coming through. I hope you haven't been watching the whole show, but it is a family-friendly show, I'm saying, so it's fine if you are. So Benji, we're going to come back to you.
See you later.
And then I think we're going to send out team 2 and just leave on Aaron and Gabe because they are going to give us our first presentation for tonight. All right, let's bring up the PowerPoint. Aaron, Gabe, whenever you are ready, whenever you're ready to go to the next slide, just say next slide. And Matt, our tech person in the back, is going to just get it going for you. You guys ready? Any questions? Nope. All right. Let's see what you are presenting about.
Oh, well.
This is a good topic.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is an epic topic on where Twilight was filmed, which is great because we were there on set.
We were.
I'm the director. Welcome. Hello. This is my my intern on the job. She did fantastic work.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say maybe going to direct the next couple films.
Intern turned girlfriend. I really,
What?
I'm trying to make it to the top over here.
We're going to keep that on the shelf for a while. Okay. All right. I guess now my family knows. All right. Sorry, family. Okay. There we go. Oh, well, then mom, dad, this is her. She's nice. She's great. But anyway, back to our presentation. We're going to go over where Twilight was filmed. Maybe little inside tidbits from the people who were actually there. Little eye openers. You guys are going to enjoy. This is big. Yeah, well, anything?
Nope, slide. Let's get right into it.
Next slide.
Yeah. So this is a place. So it's kind of a funky name. It's called Spoons, but the city doesn't really allow spoons because it's so sacred, because that's the name of the town. It's in Lower State, Washington. And so everybody only uses forks because spoons are very, very sacred in the ground.
Yeah, we thought it was important to really get to an area where people really felt, forks should be used, because it's an underlying theme in Twilight, all right? Everybody sees Twilight, your team Jacob, your team the other guy, because I've done a lot of films since Twilight, guys. I can't remember all the teams, all right? And we thought it was important that we got to an area where, forks were important, because forks were a theme throughout Twilight. Many people don't know, but they were. And it kind of represented, the pointiness of relationships. Relationships are pointy,
more literally.
Sometimes you get poked, maybe by a werewolf or a vampire. They get poked, So that was the theme that reoccurred throughout the film. And we needed a location where the people believed in forks only. So, glad, really brings up some great memories.
But more literally, also forks are like the teeth of vampires and wolves, really just like gnawing into things that it wants to eat.
Another theme pervasive throughout, for sure. I think we can go to the next slide here.
Totally.
Yeah.
That, there's a lot to unpack here. So that's actually Gabe and I in the top left.
We did do a photo shoot. We thought it was important, as our relationship started to bud, that we make some memories on the Twilight set. So we did get out. It wasn't all business. It looks like director, we're all business, work, 12-hour days. Sometimes we take a little time to ourselves. So we went for a nice little hike, and we hopped on a little wall while waves were crashing.
Well, there was a milk waterfall happening. So,
honey, there was actually a nice couple who they were actually doing that position, and we thought it was so exciting that we tapped them on the shoulder and said, "Hey, please take this exact same photo. Nothing would make us happier." So we hopped on the wall and got a photo exactly like them. It was really a special moment. But back to business, all right? Because we got to get back to
Twilight specifically.
Yeah. Donkeys. All right, everybody's werewolves, everybody's vampires. Donkeys, guys. Okay, donkeys. If you watch closely throughout the film, another theme. All right, this is big on themes, guys. We're a lot of hidden themes. Okay, donkeys were big. All right, and that's actually
Jacob.
That's Jacob, and he was there. He was always taking photos. We loved Jacob. He was our best buddy. Another intern, had a lot of interns, and he took a lot of photos of donkeys and helped. But Aaron, tell people why donkeys were such a big, important part in Twilight. All right, go ahead.
Well, donkeys are actually superior to both vampires and werewolves. Or wolves, maybe not werewolves, just wolves. So donkeys actually are the gods of both of those beings. So they had to oversee everything that was done with vampires and wolves to make sure that they approved of it and that it held up to their lineage. So we just had donkeys on site to make sure that we, let them oversee what was happening with the creatures
Yeah, we did a ton of great research on, animal relationships, and donkeys are in fact superior. So we thought that was important that we put that in our Twilight film.
I do see a comment from the chat talking about dating that intern, the Jacob, intern, and it was short-lived, and I really snuck in there because I have grit and I'm trying to get to the top. So I just wanted to address that. Next slide.
Next slide.
Yeah, so this is really interesting. So these are a couple artifacts that were in Spoons that we wanted to make sure that we caught on film and could include. So the one on the right, actually, so that's one of the actors in Twilight. You may recognize him. He is called Malfoy, and next to him is a giant footprint from Bigfoot, who has been seen in the area and was going to be included. It was actually in the original script of Twilight because they're prevalent in Spoons. But we decided to cut them out because we thought there was too many creatures. So we just decided to cut it out. But that's just that's part of Spoons. We wanted to make sure that we were authentic.
I'll take the one on the left here. I thought as a director, it's important to get team camaraderie. And so as a part of our team outfit, all the cast, all the crew, we all decided to pitch in and get some really nice, really cool shoe wear. So basketball teams that got matching shoes. I really wanted something that we could bond together over. So we picked out the coolest shoes that we could find in the area. And we got these puppies, all right? And we all slid them on. And you know what? They're not comfortable, after a 12-hour day, our dogs were barking, they gnaw on the ankles. They really do, those teeth really go on the ankles, but okay, comfort's not always a big deal. And everybody was really excited to have a, team outfit. And we were all, doing heel claps, tapping shoes at all times. And it really kept, everybody excited, everybody engaged in the project. So that was an important part of my directorial methodology was, keep the team together, keep them excited. All right. And, we got to pick out some fun shoes, some fun things to wear. So that's all. Let's take it to the next slide. You guys are getting a lot of good tidbits here.
This is actually one of the baby wolves. One of the baby wolves. We ended up having to cut it because it went way too long, but we actually show an evolution of one of the wolves leading up to when it's an adult and it starts having, that, Twilight chemistry and, when they're teenagers, that's when the film takes place. But we really wanted to show the background. So this is a baby wolf. It didn't make it in the final cut, unfortunately, but it's a cutie little booger, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The cutest little guy ever.
And that sign actually is for the wolves specifically, obviously.
Oh, it was important, all right? A lot of people think, wolves, they're not going to read signs. You put a sign up, they'll just, mess around, They do. They read signs. They're very respectful beasts, believe it or not. So, we were having issues, all right? We were just filming, we're on set, boom, and like laser beams, these things would shoot by us. And, you remember Jacob, it scratched, so fast, the volume of fluid was so fast, scratched some skin. So we took the time, we put some signs up, and they started to respect it, didn't they?
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about the vampires. They specifically only pee 20 miles an hour or less. So it was never really an issue for them. It was really the wolves.
20 miles per hour. It won't break skin. All right. It's kind of like a soft, like you're in the shower. It's kind of a nice, relaxed back rub. You just let it spray you. But you get over 25 miles an hour, you start to break skin, and it just becomes a safety thing. All right. I'm about team camaraderie, and I'm about safety. Okay. Be safe. And when we get above 25, we start to break skin. So we had to put the signs up, and they were respected. It was a smashing success. Smashing.
Next slide.
Next slide. Yes.
Yep. So, yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this was on the last day of filming Twilight and Spoons, and we, as you could tell, it's very animal heavy creature heavy. So we actually went to the local orphanage in Spoons, Washington, and we had all of the kids draw their favorite creature or animal on their hands. It was really nice, and we're actually using as inspiration for future Twilights to have vampires face different types of animals. So this is just kind of one of the drawings that one of the kids, I believe it was little Timmy, wasn't it? Or was it Timmy or Tommy?
Yeah,
this one.
Tommy. And you did hear it right. There are more Twilights coming. We got full rights, and they gave us the rights to write new novels. So we're teaming up together, and we're writing new novels, and we're going to create films right after. And it's going to have, don't worry, plenty of giraffes. All right. I know the fans were worried. We're going to get giraffes in there. They were clamoring, a lot of complaints about not enough giraffes in the film. So this was kind of our little nod, kind of secret thing. And now that's out of the bag. We got giraffes in the next film.
So I'm glad you guys for letting us, dive into the behind the scenes. I hope you learned some new fun facts about Twilight.
I do. Thank you. Thank you very much for the time.
Team 1, thank you for taking us on that emotional roller coaster. Imagining what it's like if two people started dating based on their involvement and love of Twilight. I'm sure it has nothing to do with your real lives.
Nothing. That was awesome. I loved it. The chat loved it too. R. Larson said, is this actually a presentation of your relationship to your parents? Is that realistic? It started to feel like you guys were just finally telling your parents about your relationship. So 3 points for that. C Champ said, was Bigfoot maybe going through a midlife crisis?
I like that.
That was a good comeback. We liked that, Erin. So 4 points for that. I really liked Gabe saying the volume of liquid. The volume of liquid scratched the donkey. It just, I don't know, just the way he said it made me laugh. So 3 points for that. Colleen, anything else from you?
I think there's a lot to digest here. I didn't know what you were going to do with our Forks. Famously, the name of the town in Vampire Story is Forks. And so I thought running with spoons was just chef kiss. So I'm going to give 17 points for that.
Wow. Thank you.
Colleen is a Twilight fan. And we will talk to Captain Earth in a little bit to get your final scores from him. But for now, we will see you later. And we are going to bring back on Team 2. All right, Team 2. That was tough to follow up. But do you guys have any questions, or are you guys ready to go and see your presentation?
Ready to go.
All right.
Oh, well, as many of you may know, if you know Aiden and I, we are actually financial planners. So as we enter into this new world of, financial planning 2021, things are kind of stabilizing right now. We're getting back to it. People are going back to work. We want to teach you guys a little bit about Bitcoin and how you can use it to help yourself become financially stable.
Yeah, exactly. And we know that everyone here doesn't know a thing about Bitcoin. So we're happy to take any of your questions, any of your concerns in the chat exclusively, because we can't hear a thing you're saying. Next slide. Great. So I'll kick this off really quickly. As we all know, we're not in the Matrix. But the important thing to know is that Bitcoin does exist in the Matrix. And so when you are brought into a spooky room after an interesting rainy night with a little robot squid thing, we want you to know that you must take the red Bitcoin if you want to be part of the Bitcoin world.
Now, I don't want to tell you too much about what happens if you take the blue Bitcoin. But I will say you could, like, crazy side effects. Basically, everything you see at the end of an ad for any sort of medicine, that sort of stuff tends to happen to your insides. So just don't grab the blue. Don't grab the blue. The red's going to take you into a wonderful world full of lots of money. Exactly. And we're going to teach you how to get that money. The first step to getting that money is actually just searching for it. As you can see, we've got a chat bar here or a search bar. So what you're going to do is basically go to any website and you're going to search where can I get money on the internet?
Right.
That's the first step that you're going to go for.
And then once you realize that that's just a dead end and you're never actually going to get to that answer, we want you to type in Satoshi Nakamoto, because we all know when you Google Bitcoin, you do not get any answers you'll remember. But Googling Satoshi Nakamoto will unlock the red pill for you and give you the knowledge that you need to use Bitcoin effectively. Next slide. Great. So upon searching Satoshi Nakamoto in Google, you have all the answers for Bitcoin. You've taken the red pill. You're next greeted with a monkey with a gun. And that's your first test now, as part of the Bitcoin world. And it's your job to disarm this monkey with a gun. And honestly, Emily, I know you passed this test with flying colors. I, for one, struggle with it a lot. I'm afraid I can't give too much advice about how to do this, but all I know is that in order to disarm this monkey, to learn and pass the test when it comes to Bitcoin, you have to just believe. And specifically, there's a belief in the second picture.
Yeah, so I don't want to get too graphic because, again, this is a family show, but the best way to disarm the monkey with the gun is first, you need to sort of distract him. He's usually really on point. He's not like really great at being distracted. He really likes impressions of celebrities. So if you just go up and impersonate your favorite celebrity, like he'll get a little giggly. He might like relax a little bit. You could
Emily,
also.
What impression did you do to disarm the monkey?
Oh, the impression that I did to disarm the monkey. Well, I had to do a couple of them. The first one I did was Christopher Walken, and I was like,
yes.
I was like, guys, we gotta, you're a monkey, and this is Christopher Walken. I'm walking. So that was my first one that I did.
Right.
And the other celebrity impression I can do that I did for this monkey was in a similar vein, and I don't know if Bill Cosby's like kosher to do an impression of anymore, so I'm not gonna do it, but I do a decent Bill Cosby, and the monkey was like, that's controversial, and then he was disarmed, and then that's when you just go and you kick him. And then you kick him. So this is the second image that you're seeing is you wait until he's laughing or he's like upset with your impersonation of someone, and then you just kick him right from behind. You don't exactly have to it doesn't matter where you kick him really, but you have to kick him from behind in order to get it past the door into where the Bitcoins are going to be.
Next slide.
But
great. So you've kicked the monkey in the balls, which is great. You disarmed him. Your Christopher Walken impression was Bill Cosby, we didn't see it. Your next step is to fight the 14-handed monster. And sometimes it has 14 hands, sometimes it's got 17. You just never know. And that's the issue, right? And that's the thing with Bitcoin. You just don't know, right? But listen, when you come face to face with the 14, the 17, whatever handed monster, you got to talk to it, right? It's been through a lot. It's in the world of Bitcoin. You just sit down with it. It doesn't have any feet. It doesn't have a tushy to sit on. You're the seat. And it's time for it to talk to you, right, about its problems. And in doing that, gives you the knowledge to progress on to the next level of Bitcoin.
Well, the hand monster and I, we had a long talk. He didn't have the greatest childhood. His parents were in and out. He really never felt like anybody understood him. A lot of kids bullied him. This was before Instagram too. So this is just people, just being mean for no reason. People would try and, sort of take pictures of him, as you can see in the photo on the right. it was just it was a hard time for him. And he, you know, he looks scary, but a lot of people, if you sit down and you talk to him, he's got some really great advice on like where to invest your Bitcoin. So if you just like really give him the time, like maybe like call him once every couple months, see how he's doing, ask about the kids. He's got kids, you know, just because he looks like that doesn't mean he doesn't have kids. And everyone just assumes he must be alone.
Right.
But no,
he's
he's
got
got a
plenty of
loving
fingers.
family.
Yeah. And once you have that conversation with him and you guys become friends, I want to point out one really important part of this picture of him, because this is the only picture of him in existence. That tongue hand you see becomes your Bitcoin ATM. So when you get a Bitcoin, you put that Bitcoin on his tongue hand, and that tongue hand safely stores it in this hand ATM. And you can't go to any ATM in the world. They do have foreign transaction charges, unfortunately, but this is how you get your Bitcoin saved safely.
And on the next slide, we're gonna talk to you about his investment advice that we got.
Take it away.
The first thing for investing with Bitcoin that everyone needs to, and I hope everyone in the chat has a pen and paper, because this is very valuable advice, and I'm only going to say it once. So I hope everyone's paying attention. So first, you're going to need to find some things that like never ever go out of style. You know, like if you're going to invest in something, you need classics. You need something that people need every day of their life. And you know what I need every day? Iced tea. Sweet tea. You got to think about your passions. Think about something that you consume every day, and you say like, maybe I can make some money off that. Maybe I can turn my passion into something that could make me a millionaire, make me happy for the rest of my life. So sweet tea for the South, because, you know, I'm from Florida, so we're used to having sweet tea. Maybe you get a raspberry tea for New England. Maybe you talk to Dunks, invest in the tea part of, you know, of the Dunkin' Donuts chain, or Starbucks just bought Teavana. I don't know. Find what is passionate, what makes you happy when you wake up every day. And that's what's going to make you the most money on Bitcoin. Because that red Bitcoin, you remember, we grabbed it earlier, it actually grows based on your joy. So the happier you are and the more passionate you are about what you're investing with in Bitcoin, the more money it's going to make. Because Bitcoin's always like, you're doing a great, it can tell, it's just like, you're so great. I love you. You're the best. And that's how Bitcoin, it just thrives off of that energy. So if you're not happy in what you're investing in, you're not going to make any money. And then you'll just go viral.
Totally agree. I mean, Emily, you covered all the bases. I'll just keep my commentary on this slide pretty brief. Listen, people, it isn't Bitcoin if there's no T, right? You don't have Bitcoin, right? It's called Bitcoin, and that's why you need T. Next slide. And once you've got that sweet, sweet Bitcoin, you know, every Bitcoin comes with a little surprise. For me, it was my little corgi hot dog. And I decided to put that in here because, you know, at the end of that Bitcoin rainbow is some gift, and you never know what that is. In fact, I was anti-corgi before my Bitcoin endeavor. But when I crossed that rainbow of Bitcoin, this little guy was waiting for me. And he was just there with his little hot dog relish, ketchup and mustard bodysuit. And I was like, I made the right decision. And I know you will too.
And as you can see, the two things that Bitcoin brought me was just, it's my three favorite boys. I've got my frowny chocolate boy. It's a little chocolate. I believe he's a Baby Ruth. You can't see it on the other side, but it's Baby Ruth. Then I've got my, that's my son. His name is Stevie. Named after stevia in the sweet tea, for those who like can't consume that much sugar. And then that's Barco, my little Barco boy. Because that's, and Aiden and I both got dogs out of this, so we're pretty happy.
We did. This is so off topic, Emily, but you gave us your good Christopher Walken impression. Can you give us your best Barco impression?
Oh, Barco. I mean, if I have to. Barco wakes up in the morning and he's like, kind of like sniffs around. He does a little, and then he does a little like, he's a big boy, but he's got a little tiny bark. I should show that to the hand monster next time I see him. I think he'd really like it. I mean, the hand monster will like it. The monkey in with the gun will not like it. He will be very. He doesn't know my dog. My dog's not a celebrity yet.
Right.
So,
thank you.
And we have one more slide.
We should. That's right. And this is, I mean, let me just keep this brief, okay? Listen, there is some tough times in the Bitcoin world, but after seeing this presentation, we hope that you're able to go through the ebbs and flows of the Bitcoin world. Sometimes you're a ping pong ball and you're going to be smacked shitless with a giant paddle, and other times you're a giant paddle smacking a small ping pong ball shitless, and that's just how the Bitcoin world goes. So we hope that you're able to, roll with the punches.
And don't forget, always have joy. See those people? I don't know where I'm pointing right now. Those people in that photo, that's the kind of energy we're bringing into 2021 and we're bringing into Bitcoin investing. So y'all get out there and start putting those red Bitcoins with whatever makes you, you.
Thank you. And don't forget.
Thank you, Team 2. Thank you, Team 2. I have to say this makes more sense than actual Bitcoin. Emily, do we want to start with some scoring?
Yeah, chat was really loving it, just as was I. I really liked the journey that you guys took us on in Bitcoin. So Meant at the Nerd said A+ walk-in. Robot Don also said peak walk-in, so people really loved the walk-in impression. So 5 points for that. I personally loved that you did not do a Bill Cosby, because as 2MB Studios in the chat said, and as Colleen has said, this is a family show. So you know what? The decision was right. The decision was good. 3 points for that. Meant at the Nerd also said, I think Aiden actually got the total number of hands correct at 14.
Did I?
I don't know, but apparently you did, according to Meant at the Nerd. So you know what? 5 points for just being spot on and apparently a math genius. And then Loaf the Wonder Bread, which I loved this line too. There is no Bitcoin without tea. Beautiful, amazing. I loved it. 3 points. I think that was it. Those were my big things. Colleen, do you have anything else?
I learned my lesson after Team 1, and I wrote 2 things down so I'd remember them. One was, thank you, Emily, for kick 'em, just kick 'em. I thought that was really important to the journey. So 7 points for that. Aiden, I really enjoyed each time you saw the new horrible pictures presented to you, reflecting great. I thought that was a wonderful positive response to each new slide. Also, can't forget Tushy. Really important word. Very important. So
that's what I wrote. I thought that I wrote down too shy and I couldn't figure out what I wrote down.
That must have been Tushy. That must have been Tushy. 18 points for that. Let's bring out our littlest judge and see if he has any feedback.
Oh, Captain Earth here.
Yes, Captain Earth. All right. So any feedback for our team? We're going up to 75 points. You're going to be giving scores to both Team 1 and Team 2. So you got some scores for us, buddy?
Yeah, I gotta hurry because the bad guys are coming. But I really feel like Team 1 deserves like 70 out of 75 because they mentioned kids, and I'm a kid, and kids are cool, and I think I'm gonna give like 75 out of 75 to Team 2 because they mentioned kids and candy, and candy powers me.
Perfect, Captain Earth. Thank you so much for staying up this late. We're going to get a final score tally from Emily before we go to the glitter box. Emily.
Yeah, so our final score tally is coming in. Team 2, you have. Sorry, hang on. You have. Our scorer missed the scores, but we got it. Team 2, you have 248 points. That includes $100. So you have 148 points and $100. Team 1, you are not that far behind. You have 224 points with $100. So 124 points and $100. Before we bring out, we're gonna go into our last segment. As you guys know, it is the glitter box. We haven't gotten there yet. Caitlin has been in the chat all night. Sounds like she's freaking out a little bit about whatever trash middle school is making her do. Yeah. We don't know what it is. We have no idea. Apparently a package has showed up at her house. We're not sure. But before we even get there, you guys are going to wager points. We don't know what you're wagering on. We have no idea what is going to happen in the glitter box, but you guys are going to wager points. So Team 2, since you have more points, you have 248 points. How many would you like to wager? Again, the points really matter. If you win tonight, it's a big deal. So think carefully.
All
of them.
All.
Okay.
Amazing.
We bet it all.
Okay.
So Team 2 is going to bet all their 148 points. Are you going to bet your $100 as well?
No, we're going to keep that.
No. You're going to keep the $100. All right, so 148 points of your 148 points. How about Team 1? You guys have 124 points and $100.
I think we would also like to bet it all.
If I've learned anything from Jeopardy, you just go all in no matter what.
All in. Are you going to keep your $100 as well?
No.
No, $100 is going in. Okay.
Going in.
All right. It's all in. It's all in. Okay. So let's bring up Caitlin.
Time to go to the glitter box.
La 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 la.
Oh my god.
Caitlin?
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I mean, like, there's some good news and some bad news. So, I guess, like, the good news is we have a thing to do for the glitter box, and the teleportation device worked, obviously, because I am inside of the dumpster right now at Trash Middle School. That's right. I'm at Trash Middle School, which is the only middle school in the middle of a dumpster. And, you know, I may be feeling choppy. We're going to go with it. We're testing the limits of this transporter, or this teleporter. So yeah, I guess the bad news then is my appearance. I don't know. The only thing that Trash Middle School can tell me is that this is what I look like here. So that's what the deal is. I think I look pretty fly, personally. So Trash Middle School, what they have me doing is tonight I'm presenting the 2021 Trash Middle School Student Body Presidential Debates.
Whoa.
That's okay. So what's going to happen here is you're going to meet 4 different students. And these students each attend Trash Middle School, the middle school inside of Dumpster. Each student is going to give you a brief overview of their platform, real brief overview of their platform. And knowing only that, each team will pick a candidate to support, and that will determine what happens next. So without further ado, and again, I just have to stress, we're just going to roll with this and see what happens. I'm going to introduce you to our first student.
Oh.
I just gotta get over here for a second. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here I am. Let me go in the middle. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Laser Beam. And 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 I'm Laser Beam, and my platform is really just lasers. I think that laser-based technology it needs to be in everything, and so as you can see, I have pioneered some laser beam technology, and it really. I really am pioneering some fiber optic laser beam technology that we can all implement throughout the middle school. So please join me, laser beam. It's not laser beam, it's laser beam. And please join me and back my platform of laser beams everywhere. Okay, thank you. Oh man, that was really far away. Whoa. Hold on. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, here I am. Hi, everybody. Oh, my name's Dank. That's DANK. My name's Dank, and my platform is I've just want all the students to go on more quests. I don't know why we're not going on more quests all the time, and I don't know why we're not going out to find treasure and jewels and all kinds of marbles. I don't know why we don't collect marbles in a little bag at our side. As you can see, I always have mine with me. So, really, just everybody going on a quest and carrying a bag of marbles at their side is my platform.
Is that a cheeseburger?
Oh, I'm coming up here. I am a goddamn cheeseburger. Just wait 1 second here till I get in the front now. Oh, yeah, I'm an old cheeseburger. Somebody just dumped in this dumpster. But I go to school here now because, listen, I need to tell y'all about my platform, all right? And my platform is to get juicier over the course of the next school year. I will juicify everything. Everything is getting juicier and meatier. And you don't have to be made of animal flesh to be juicier. It can be any kind of faux meat, or vegetables can be juicy as hell. So basically, just everything juicier. And oh, I forgot to tell you my name. It's Onions Stanfordson. I like to go by my first and last name. Everything juicier. Well, hello there, everybody. I'm a present or a gift, whichever one you want to. I know I'm frozen right now, but it's all right. It's gonna get unfrozen in a minute. It's just, the teleportation device is doing a lot right now. It's using all kinds of technology. So basically, my name is Wrapping Paper Rev. I'm the Rev wrapping paper. And basically, my platform is I want everybody to have all kinds of different bells hanging from them. See, I got a bell on top. And before I had that bell, I was not even the president that I am today. I didn't even know who I was. But now that I have a bell on me, it's like everybody knows when I'm here, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Wrapping Paper Rev! Oh, he's here! It's great!" So I just really want to make sure every student has a bell that they put on top of their heads, right in between their eye, like this. So my platform is bells. Okay. Oh, okay, everybody, we're back. Whoa, those are some cool students. I just am frozen again, but it's gonna not be frozen in a minute, I promise. So I really just can't stress enough how great it is to be in this body right now. It's going to start moving again for you in a second, and you're going to love it. There we go. So, you met those 4. They're fantastic. You met Laserbeam. You met that slug whose name? Do you remember the slug's name?
Dang.
Oh, yeah, Dank. You met Dank. You met Onions Richardson or
Stanfordson.
Stanfordson. Then you met Wrapping Paper Rev. Oh my gosh. So basically, who has more points right now?
Team 2.
So team 2, you get to pick your student. You get to pick your candidate first.
Oh, are we picking one joint? Like together?
You and Aiden, yeah.
Oh, we're pretty unanimous on this. We already know the answer.
Okay, yes.
We would like to back Onion Stanfordson in the juicifying everything platform.
Yeah, we're pro.
It's a cause it's such a worthy cause, because we want to go into this new year just turgid with energy and juice and life. So I completely agree with you there. We're gonna Onion Stanfordson. Is that not a family friendly term?
It's not family friendly. No, I'm just kidding.
It's great. I thought people loved that word, huh? So yeah, okay. So then the other team, who would you like to back?
I think that I speak for both of us.
What? I'm leaning Dank, Aaron. What do you think?
Obviously, we want one.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I feel like Dank's a strong candidate because at Trash Middle School, it just feels like we need to get out more and see the world. And Dank is pushing for us to get out there. Yeah, look at marbles, but it gets us out of the trash. And I think that's important to see a different perspective. So
the chat loves Dank as well. Especially Drummer Har is really loving Dank.
Oh, Dank is just a delight, and he won't stop talking about the bag of marbles that he needs every student to have. To be perfectly honest, I don't know how that would be helpful exactly, but I just got here. So I don't pretend to know how things work around here at Trash Middle School, the middle school inside a dumpster. So, all right. So here's what happens next. Here's the real fun part is, someone just handed me an envelope. Okay, apparently here at Trash Middle School, they have a particular way of determining the student body president. It seems kind of weird, honestly. It seems really strange, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I'm here. I'm already here. I might as well do it. So what you didn't know was each of these students has a secret. And that secret has to do with something gross that each of them does in the shower. They will reveal their secret, and then I will determine which secret is more gross. And whichever secret is grosser, they win. So, all right. We've got Onions Stanfordson first. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. We gotta get this away, and then we got
to
Onions. Yeah, don't mind me as I just go into the distance. All right, now, hey, I'm Onion Stanfordson. Thank y'all for picking me. I'm just so excited to be here and tell you about my secret and all my gooey. You like all my gooey bits when I open my mouth? Tell me you like my gooey bits.
Yeah.
Okay, so my secret that I do in the shower is I blow my nose into my hands in the shower just like it's a tissue.
You have hands?
Yep. Only when I shower. And I blow my nose straight into my hands like it's a tissue while I'm in the shower. I have been Onions Stanfordson, and I love you all very much. Make sure, if I win, make sure you get real turgid with juices. Right, so Dank up here. All right, we got Dank coming up.
Hello again, everybody. Don't get too jealous of my baubles that are in a sack on my side. Don't I know you're all jealous of my bauble sack, but you can't have it. But you'll get your own if I win. Now, my gross secret is that I pee in the shower.
Dang.
I do it every time I shower. I pee in the shower. I do it. I just let it run, and I actually like it better than regular peeing. I wish I could pee in the shower every time I had to pee, but the world isn't accepting of it yet. So I've been dank. Just everybody needs a bobble sack. I love you all.
Thank you, Dank. I have to say, Dank's thing, probably most people do that, right?
I don't do it. I don't do it at all, but I do think most people do it.
Yeah, I also think most people do it, and I don't think it's that gross. These were.
No.
What happened?
No, you're good.
Oh yeah. I did pre-assign 4 gross things in the shower to all of these. So this was predetermined, and I do truly believe that it's fine to pee in the shower. And I think blowing your nose straight into your hands is kind of gross, but it's not even that gross. But it is slightly grosser. So because of that, I'm going to have to give it to Onions Stanfordson, who blows his nose into his hands in the shower. That's slightly grosser. That's more gross. So is that team 2?
Team 2.
It's team 2.
Whoa.
There we are.
Caitlin, I could have never imagined that the middle school president debates from Trash Middle School would take us all the places they've taken us and given us the horrors we've seen. Thank you.
I didn't know either. I'm so happy that this was able to happen and I was able to figure this out, and I just had a blast, and I hope I can get into more teleportation machines and so that I can become all kinds of different goopy little gremlin looking guys.
We can't wait to see more. Team 2, without tabulating the scores, I'm pretty sure Team 2, you're a winner. You have an opportunity to make a very, very tiny speech if you wish.
Oh, thank you.
Correct.
Yeah, we just wanted to say, like, it really stinks that, 1 year can make such a difference in a relationship. But I guess we've clearly learned who the best couple is tonight from this experience.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
guess we have. Yeah, so that leaves team 2. You guys won. With, I think actually you ended up with 296 points and $200 because you guys get Aaron and Gabe's $100. So there you go, Aaron and Gabe. You guys ended up with nothing, absolutely nothing.
As it should be.
Thank you guys both so much for participating. We had so much fun tonight. Huge thank you to Matt backstage. He has been doing all of our tech tonight, bringing people on and off. Those beautiful videos you guys see for our transitions, everyone loved. Thank you to our judges. Thank you to Caitlin and Glitterbox. And then obviously thank you to 2MB Studios for letting us on our show.
Grandpa.
Grandpa's a fraud.
I'll go after him.
So thank you guys so much. We will be back in 2 weeks on the 17th, I believe, of January, and we can't wait to see you all then.
Thank you, chat, for coming out. This is the best part of our week. Thanks for spending time with us. A lot of time. We really appreciate it. Join us on January 17th for more glitz, glamour, and glitter glory.